Today we got a video from Police Release, and the title of the video is Disrespectful Teen Finally Gets What She Deserves.
On May 5th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a residence regarding a reported domestic disturbance.
All right, I'm Officer Langley. How's everyone doing today?
Good. Hey.
How you doing? You step aside. So, who's involved in this?
Mom and daughter.
Mom and daughter? Okay, and you guys are... Grandma?
We talking niece. Auntie's mom. Yeah, I'm old.
Okay. Mom, we're gonna have you step outside. Okay. All right. Do you want to tell us what happened?
Y'all was stuck in here? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what happened?
Nothing really happened for her. She just, me and her keep getting into it, and she basically just said,
Like, what do you keep on getting into it about?
like, me, stuff about me getting in trouble in school or whatever. It was like, she never took my side, she never on my side, like, I don't know. She basically said, I can't go home unless I give her my phone. But this is mine, it's like, this is really mine. She said I can't go home with her unless I give her my phone. So I'm like, okay, well, can I go get my stuff? And then my daddy or somebody come get me. And my daddy don't answer the phone. So I'm just waiting on my dad. But yeah, she keeps telling me to get her.
So this is a matter of you getting in trouble at school.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not even like nothing major. I'm being in trouble. It's like, she make everything bigger than what it really is. And it don't even be that big. Like,
No, it is that big. It is that big. It is that big of a deal, man. Listen, it is that big of a deal. You know why it's that big of a deal? Because she shouldn't even be getting no complaints from the school about you. Mama Love should not be getting any complaints at the school from the school about you and your behavior, or maybe you're behind in work or whatever the case may be. You're supposed to be on top of your stuff, man. If you know you don't want to hear mama voice, because mama gonna be on your ass, just do what you're supposed to do. That's as simple as that, man. I know that's how it was with me. Shit, there was certain rules, man. There was certain rules. There was certain incentives, and there was certain like growing up, right? Well, my mom, she didn't play them bad grades or whatever at all, you know what I'm saying? But then with my dad, right? If, let's say, report cards were good, right? You would get money, right? He would pay you for your report cards. Like, if you got good grades, you would get paid, you know? But on the flip side of that, if you were struggling in something or whatever, you're not getting nothing, and you probably gonna get punished, right? And I got an example of this. So I was always like I wasn't really an A student. That's not, no. I was more like B plus, you know, not A's but B's, you know, 80s, 85s, you know, stuff like that. So I forget what it was, what class it was, but I was bombing it, like complete abomination, like. And you know, you get them halfway report cards, like not the full report card, but like halfway through they send, you know, a letter home, you know, where your grades is at currently. And I was also I was always in sports, but this year I did a church league prior to the basketball season. Like, there was like, you have football season, then after football season, you know, you could play AAU or whatever. Like, it was like different little club leagues or whatever. And I was in a church league or whatever, church basketball team league. And my dad took me right off there, man. Said, oh yeah, you not getting good grades? Took me right off the team. I was there for like, I think I played maybe one game, and then the report cards came out. But guess what? I ain't do that no more, you know, and my grades was right by the time the school basketball season started, like my high school, not the other leagues, the actual high school stuff. My grades was intact, so I was able to join, and I ain't never had no issues like that ever again. I forget what grade that was in. That was probably like 10th grade, maybe. I think that was like 10th grade. Yeah, crazy. Got to get them grades, man. I'm not the best in school, but hey, I do what I could do.
that's what it is. Like, I'm just sick of this repeated cycle.
So
It's like, I just really just want to, it really don't have to be nothing. I really just want to go get my clothes. And then I could just go.
okay, so when you say you're trying to leave. Like, does she have custody of you, or is it joint custody?
Yeah, it's like I gotta be with both of them.
Okay.
It's like she just want to take my stuff from me. It's like, why are you trying to take my phone when I'm 17 years old? And now she's saying that, either I gotta give her my phone and she go home, or I stay here and I keep my stuff. But all I'm asking is, can I go home, get my stuff? And she just like, oh, who gonna bring you back? But it's like, I got people that can bring me back.
This is your 17-year-old daughter that you're having issues with?
Yes.
I would like to tell you, is she your oldest? I would like to tell you it gets better, but it is very hard parenting children as they get older. I thought it was going to be easier.
Everybody said this has been an ongoing process. She's in 11th grade now since like 7th grade. Probably got like 15 police reports of her running away doing the same stuff over and over.
It's almost like them hormones kick in and they lose all their common sense.
Now, at any point in time, did you guys break anything? Was anything broken? No. Did you guys go physical with each other? Did anybody, she tried, no, you didn't grab her, she didn't grab you, hit, no?
Yeah, she just grabbed.
So it was just a verbal argument. So pretty much what it came down to is that you guys were arguing over school. Okay, what's going on in school?
Assistant principal.
Gotcha.
He don't like me, I don't like him. Just keep it like that.
How you doing, miss? By chance, do you have an ID on you by chance?
This is my first day seeing her because she ran away. I brought her here from school, and she hopped out the car and ran off. I haven't seen her, talked to her, heard from her until I didn't even see her in school today. I seen her when I came here after school because I worked through the school. She had to come home tonight since she's here, and I told her that she's not bringing her phone in my house. That's her punishment. That's the whole problem, the issue. And of course, she tried to run off. She kicked me first of all because I tried to get the phone from her, and she tried to run off, and that's why my mom called. That's when my mom called the police. So all this because she don't want to turn the phone.
Okay, so this is all because stems from her cutting class, getting suspended. She kind of, your mom, I'm assuming that's your mom? Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like all had said that, your mom went in a little bit more detailed. But as far as the kick goes, now your mom was saying that it looked more like a kick that she was trying to push you away than a kick that it was to try to. Yeah. Okay. Alright.
So, when she kicked you, how did she kick you?
Like she was sitting on the table and she just used her feet to
Push you back?
Yeah.
And it was when you were telling her that she couldn't bring the phone into your house?
Yeah, I went over there to get the phone. I told her to hand me the phone, and she snatched it away from me, and I grabbed the phone, and she gave me.
Okay, now, did they explain to you on how the phone situation is because she pays her own bills and that's it? You don't provide the phone for her, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not anymore. She pays her own
Okay,
bills
so
now.
she pays her own bills, so you really couldn't take it from her because she's also in that area where she's not fully an adult, but she's kind of like in that rite of passage area with 17's like
But I don't want it in my
I understand that, but that's also her paid property and everything else. So if it was underneath your family bill, like if you guys were underneath the family plan, then you can cut her off and there's nothing that can be done about it because you're paying the bills. And she still has access to her phone, but because she's the one that has her phone.
So basically she grown and she could do what she want to do. She don't have no punishment. I can't punish her because the phone is the only punishment for her at this point.
Right, but it's not, and that makes sense. It's because that's initially what I was thinking with the whole phone thing when she was talking about the phone. When the kid was talking in the very beginning, I'm sitting here, I didn't say it, but I'm sitting here thinking in my mind like, man, yo, mama this is my phone. When the kid was saying that earlier, I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, but your parent brought you that. You ain't about, that's initially what I was thinking. But come to find out, no, it's not under the mom's name or nothing.
And
Right,
that's
and I don't want her with the phone in my house. She can leave it to me. She can leave it to my mama's house.
yeah. So unfortunately, yeah.
Essentially, in this matter, all I would do, because essentially mom is trying to discipline a child that lives in her home. And there's no major, like the phone wasn't broken, there's no major damage to like no injuries or anything like that. I would write it up and I would advise.
Specify why you couldn't, because you couldn't.
I mean, even though she's 17 and the state sees her as she's still a child living in her mom's home. So that's why we can do it to where you don't have to determine a predominant aggressor. You can basically, you have to give the backstory, you know, that the child lives in mom's home, the child was suspended, the child did not come home for such and such days. When the child came home, as a discipline measure, mom attempted to take the phone. Mom attempted to take the phone.
The daughter came back in a
defensive manner, and that's how you can get away with not having to make the arrest. But you have to explain that backstory and the relationship, because it's still a parent and child type relationship.
Yeah.
Essentially, if this was me, I don't know about you, I would just write it up, but I would tell mom, because she's having such issues with her.
Because even though she could say she wants to leave, and she's 17, and we can't count it as a runaway technically, if she comes back, mom is obligated by law to have to allow her back into the home and provide shelter.
But what mom can do is mom can go to the juvenile court system and file for delinquent juvenile that way.
Yeah.
We have to look at this as a domestic incident, right? And it would be a domestic incident between you and your daughter. But, so the minute you went and tried to snatch her phone from her because you don't have normal access to that phone, it's considered theft by taking, which would make you the predominant aggressor, which essentially we would have to arrest you for domestic violence. But because this is a parent and child and you're trying to implement a discipline measure, I just don't feel comfortable taking you to jail for that. Does that make sense? So
Articulate
Damn, this is good. These officers are good, man.
how it wasn't because of the relationship, because of the age, that it was a disciplinary action,
right,
and not a malicious act.
Right, not a malicious act. Okay, so if mom never took possession of it, then it wouldn't be theft by taking. And then if the girl kicked at her, if she made contact, it would be simple battery DVA. If she did not make contact, it'd be simple assault DVA. Simons is going to pull up her phone just to make sure that they're not changing their story. And in that case, the daughter would be the predominant aggressor.
So it's gonna be a 1095.
Yeah, go watch her thing with her real quick. Okay, so if we wind up having to arrest her, are you gonna like fight us or anything like that?
No.
Okay. If you never took possession of that phone, then it wouldn't be theft by. It would be. Did she make contact with you when she kicked at you?
Like she was looking at me, and when she kicked me, that's what she did. Like,
when she kicked
sitting
you,
like
did she
this.
make contact with you?
You mean like, did she touch me?
Yes. Okay, that's what I needed to know.
The daughter saying that she tried to take the phone but never took the phone.
Yeah, I asked her, she was like, at any point in time today, did she take that phone from you?
And she
said no. She had possession of it the whole time.
Okay, so
we have simple battery.
you have simple, yes. So mom's saying she made contact. So since she made contact, it's simple battery DVA, because if they wouldn't have made contact, it's just simple assault.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
You know, at this point, I would want to see with the parents on what they want to do. Yeah, because I mean.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate because this is so tough. Like, getting her arrested and stuff for this, for you trying to take her phone that you don't pay for. I mean, I get it, but damn, this is like if I try to take something of yours, but I don't actually get possession of it and I hit you, I'm going to jail. What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a trick question.
I know. Because if you can determine a predominant aggressor, you
I
shall.
I saw what he was doing. That's why I didn't say anything.
Which means he's either not reading his policy or he's not reading his law.
Well, let's see what he does.
Oh, they testing him.
Level
Oh,
17,
hold on.
Which means he's.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah. You know, at this point, I would want to see with the parents and what they want to do. Yeah, because I mean, yeah.
That's a trick question.
I know. Because if you can determine a predominant aggressor, you shall.
I saw what he was doing. That's why I didn't say anything.
Which means he's either not reading his policy or he's not reading his law.
Well, let's see what he does.
Level 17 was about to be really upset.
Yeah. It's gonna,
because
yeah.
per our policy, you don't have a choice. If you can determine a predominant aggressor, you have to make it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
What he was going to do, or why he was going to do it. If he would have said because the mom said yeah, I would have been like, bruh, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, I heard. All right, so I'm gonna have to have you
He
stand
must
up
be
for
training.
me. Okay. I'm gonna have to have you place your hands behind your back for me. Okay. Yep.
Oh, what's wrong?
Yeah. Okay.
Be careful, watch your ribs. Come on. Watch your ribs. There you go.
What happened?
So.
What happened?
Turn around.
Turn around.
Hold on, Mara. Just turn around. What happened?
Why am I arrested? Wait, why am I arrested? Please tell me to. Please tell me.
We're going to talk to you.
Okay, calm down, Mari.
Calm down.
Mari, don't.
You're okay.
It's okay.
We're going to explain everything.
Yep.
I'm arrested.
Yep.
Stop. Come on. Let's not do that.
I'm arrested.
So when it comes to family violence, per state law and per our policy, we have absolutely no decision, like no choice. And because she's 17, the state sees her when it comes to criminal charges as an adult. So the minute she kicked her mom, it became simple battery, DVA.
Come on now.
And so we literally have no choice.
But
When it comes to domestic violence in the state of Georgia, the state says you shall, which means we have to.
I'm going to explain everything to you, how the process goes, okay?
it's not violence, though. I didn't touch her.
So we have two statements from your mom and your grandmother that both said that you kicked her.
Oh no, I didn't kick her.
Okay, stand right here.
I promise I did not kick her.
Okay, stand right here.
I didn't. It was like trying to get her. It was like trying to get her off of
search
me.
her.
Gotcha.
No, I didn't kick her. It was like trying to get her off me because she was trying to grab me. I didn't kick her. I swear to God, I did not kick her. Yo, I promise you, I did not kick my mama.
This is something that you have to discuss with the judge. When you turn 17, you are subject to our state laws.
Yo, I didn't kick her though.
Even if you kicked at her, it's simple assault. But even just sitting here talking to you, you said you kicked at her.
No, I didn't.
You said you were pushing at her to get her off you.
No, like all I did was like move her. I did not kick her.
Right. And all of that is simple assault. It's a domestic. And you're 17 now. And at 17 years old, you are subject to criminal laws.
How? I didn't. Could y'all get my grandma, please?
Okay, come here.
Please.
Sit down.
Or can I call my dad?
Let me move the...
Can I just call somebody? Because this is not right. I did not
Okay,
hit my
sit down.
mom. I didn't. Like, y'all act like I literally put my hands on her, like, beat her up. I didn't. I promise.
You touch somebody and they don't.
No, I didn't touch her. I didn't.
You're
I
not
was
listening.
You're not listening.
Please listen.
I start to talk and you instantly start to yell over me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So if I come up to you and I'm not an officer and I'm not acting in a legal manner and I put my hands on you and it's unwanted touching,
43 out.
you don't want me to touch you.
No, but she touched me first, ma'am.
Listen, right? I understand what you're saying, but based off, I'm good. But based off of what your grandma said, based off of the statements that you've made, and based off statements that your mom made, the officers have probable cause to make an arrest.
No, y'all.
See, the problem, I'm going to let the rest
She
play.
literally just said.
Then this is something that you have to talk to the judge about.
She just said my grandma.
Our decision has been made.
Yo, my grandma
It's not
just
going
said
to
that
be
I didn't hit her.
changed.
She just
No,
said
it's
I
on
didn't.
camera that she said that you did. Before
No,
we
but
even
I
asked your mother.
didn't. I didn't.
Okay,
I
we're
promise I
past that
did
point.
not.
Yeah, right
Do you
now.
like your phone?
So, and because you are under arrest, we cannot talk anymore about any of this, okay?
Please, ma'am.
It's already been decided, ma'am.
She was charged as an adult with simple battery DVA.
I mean, it's tough. It's tricky because the only reason the only reason the daughter kicked at her mother is because the mom was trying to take her phone that she don't pay for. You see what I'm saying? Like the mom is trying to take a piece of property that she didn't pay for. That's hers. And she kicked that and get her off. Now, you shouldn't hit your mom. You know what I mean? Of course. But that's a catch-22. I think that's wrong. If someone is trying to take something of mine and I get them up off of me, why am I going to jail? Someone tried to take something of mine. That was mine. Why am I going to jail? If they would have never tried to take something from me, I would have never kicked them. See what I'm saying? Like, that's wow.